You dodged a bullet. No, I didn't. I actually let him empty the entire magazine into my chest, then reloaded it and handed it back to him, and let him do it again and again until I was ready to walk away. I remember the exact way my chest learned to hold the weight of someone else's anger, not as a single shattering moment, but as a slow, steady accumulation until breathing felt like an act of negotiation. This is a story of staying, of endurance that looks like loyalty and feels like survival, and of the quiet, terrible courage it takes to finally walk away. I did not stay because I was weak. I stayed because every small mercy felt like proof that things could change. I stayed because leaving meant admitting I had been wrong about the person I loved, and I could not bear that kind of grief on top of the other griefs. I stayed because hope is a stubborn thing. It keeps you sitting at the table long after the food is gone. Endurance is not dramatic. It is the slow acceptance of bruises that don't show, the rehearsed apologies you offer for things you didn't do, the way you learn to measure your words so they won't set off another storm. It is letting someone take pieces of you and convincing yourself you can live with the missing parts. It is waking up each morning and deciding again to try one more time. There were nights I felt like I had been emptied out and still kept reaching for the cup. I let him do the damage because I believed my staying could teach him to stop. But the truth that arrived, finally, was quieter than any confrontation. I was the one who had to stop. I handed it back, not because I wanted to hurt him, but because I wanted to stop being the place where his violence landed. That handing back was not a single heroic act. It was 1,000 small refusals. A refusal to explain away, to minimize, to stay for the sake of appearances. It was a slow assembly of boundary that had been missing for years. Leaving did not fix everything overnight. There were days when my body remembered the old patterns before my mind did. I had to relearn how to trust my own instincts, how to sleep without flinching, how to let someone else hold me without expecting the worst. I found therapists, friends who stayed when I needed them, and rituals that reminded me I was still whole. Rebuilding was less than grand gestures, and more about small, steady acts, saying no without apology, keeping my own calendar, learning to like my own company again. If you stayed, know this. Staying does not make you weak, and leaving does not make you cruel. Both choices are born from the same place, a deep human desire to protect what you love and to be loved in return. What matters is not how long you stayed, but that you are here now, learning to choose yourself. Your endurance is not a stain on your character. It is proof that you survived. I tell you this because I want the truth to be simple and honest. Sometimes we do not dodge the bullet. Sometimes we let it pass through us until we can no longer pretend it is harmless. And when we do finally decide to walk away, we are not abandoning our promise. We are honoring the promise we made up and we owe to ourselves. Raven Moon stands with people who have stayed, who have endured, and who are finding their way out. If this story resonates with you and you need help, reach out. You do not have to explain everything at once. You only need to take the next small step. If this has resonated with you, you feel trapped, or if you are in need of assistance on your journey, feel free to reach out to Raven Moon for psychic insight, coaching, or grief coaching.